Today on the Eurotruck Podcast, Xbox One gets backwards compatibility, yet another Halo game is coming, $150 is too much for a controller, Fallout 4 is even more confirmed, and we complain about E3's late 2016 game hype. Hello and welcome to the Eurotruck Podcast with Andrew C.
And Jefferson B.
Me.
And Freelance Gamer. I was sitting third in line, and he said, we were both, and they're like, who wants to go first?
Yeah,
You're like two Canadians at the standoff of a doorway.
Alright, so, let's see. Anyone do anything cool this week?
Playing Counter-Strike Go.
Counter-Strike Go?
Played a lot of PlayStation Vita.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I, been playing, what is it, the Sly Cooper reboot that came out, which has been a lot of fun. And then Touch My Katamari, because, I mean, come on, it's Katamari.
Oh my god!
Oh, I'm sorry, was I cutting you off?
Yep!
Sorry!
I don't know what a Katamari is.
It's
Katamari Damacy.
It's that. It's a quirky, like, Japanese rolling the ball game. Basically, think of it like a giant lint ball. But, oh, come on, man, you didn't even tell me you were passing.
Well, I'd already passed you. See? Latency.
Yeah, it's latency, Kyle.
I'm blaming you for this one. You should have at least warned me.
Pretty sure it's kind of hard to warn people about latency problems.
No, but it's at least polite to warn somebody when you're passing them on the right.
You could also just, I mean, it's a highway. You don't really warn people when you pass them. You just kind of do it. The only thing that I've done is play that Steam Summer Sale game. That's it.
See, I hold no shame to that, because that thing to me is a lot of fun.
Exactly.
Ah, Kyle.
What?
Kyle.
What?
You literally you like ran into me, and then pulled away, and then rammed into me again, pulled away, and rammed into me.
Oh my god! All these latencies.
I'm at 100% damage.
I feel like Kyle's parked.
He is now. I'm at 25% damage. I'm pulling in front of you, man. You're dangerous.
I can't move. So go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm pretty like. Were you even moving at the time?
No, yeah, I was moving at 100% for quite a while.
Oh, okay.
And then I just cut out. And it was in the middle of the road. I didn't hit anything. It was just like, no, your engine's dead. I'm like,
that's pretty typical.
At the risk of pointing out the obvious, to quote the poster over my shoulder, now we got bad blood.
Yep, just a little bit.
I'm on my side. I flipped, and I'm on my other side.
That's hilarious. But other than gaming-wise, I didn't do anything else. I edited videos and whatnot, and then went to a Taylor Swift concert.
Oh yeah, no big.
And then came home, and then.
Jeff, are you back in Lyon?
Was tired.
I was sent to Dijon mustard.
What the hell? I crashed just a little behind you. It's like Lyon.
So let's see things in the news today. This week is E3. So there's a lot of stupid news and a lot of interesting news. Kyle does not like E3 for a reason that you will understand shortly. A couple things from, let's see, Microsoft. They've announced that the Xbox One is going to get backwards compatibility with sections of Xbox 360 games.
Hooray! It's what they did with the 360 for the Xbox!
It's coming a year and a half after the release of the game, or the console.
That had a distinction because the Xbox 360 had backwards compatibility at launch.
They're going to launch with about 100 games from 360 games, and they're promising that players who've already owned them won't have to pay for them again.
That's cool.
Which is a nice thing of
how they're
going to
do that. But that's pretty cool.
Additional Microsoft news: Halo 5 Guardians is coming October 27th.
Game should have ended at like 3.
Yeah, well, I agree. It should have. To me, it should have ended as soon as Bungie was dumped.
Done.
Yeah, that's when it should have ended. Like Microsoft's just pushing this train because it brings in money.
Yeah. I'll say this: Halo Reach, good. Halo Reach was good.
I think Halo Reach was developed.
Right.
Halo Reach was developed by Bungie,
it
wasn't
was. Yeah, Halo Reach is still a Bungie title. Right. Halo 4 was the first title that Microsoft developed solely.
Right.
I think there was mixed reviews about that. Some people didn't like it, some people did like it. But so they're seeming to like focus on a lot of cinematic moments.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's gonna be like that.
So it's Halo 5 movie.
Right. specifically with characters falling off ledges, unleashing flashy attacks, and that's going to be interesting to see what that really turns into. They've also emphasized that multiplayer is going to be larger. Not sure whether that means world sizes or people sizes or what.
Maybe they mean larger amount of players per server, because a lot of people big game was what, 16v16. I think that's the most they've done.
I think so, yeah. And it seems like they were also trying to it seems like it's both larger servers and larger maps.
Can I just insert a hashtag America here because it's bigger and better, supposedly?
Yeah.
Ooh.
They have also announced a new Xbox One controller. It's called the Xbox One Elite Wireless Controller.
We should have a picture of that right
Hooray! Here. Another Elite console.
Well, no, just controller.
Just a controller. That's the worst part. It's just the controller.
It's just the controller, and wait till you hear the price when I'm done describing what it does.
I think I heard this already.
Sorry. Nope. Sorry. I was on my side.
Hey ho ho ha ha hoo hee ha.
And you righted yourself.
Somehow. This sound effects moment brought to you by Jefferson B.
And
so
Dr.
the new Xbox One controller comes with some interchangeable paddles that fit on the back, and they're
so the Steam controller.
I guess, but I don't know. I was thinking it looks more like those exoskeleton things you can put on top of your 360 controller that lets you access all the bumpers with your fingers that are down in, your extra fingers
under the controller.
They're right, exactly. The ones that are under the controller that you can't really use.
Yeah.
So they're saying that the whole point of them is that you'll be able to keep your fingers on the thumbsticks always and be able to interact with buttons on the back.
Anyone who watched the Steam controller reveal will note that that's actually the exact thing that they said when they came out with their controller earlier this month, just before E3.
Not
really? Where they went, hey guys, guess what? What? Now you can play and never take your finger off of that, off aiming. And I was like, oh, that's really smart.
And Microsoft comes and be like, yeah, we can do it too. Again, wait till you hear the price. Those are also they're removable, so you can take and they don't have to be there, and you can put them back if you do want them. See, they have hair trigger locks for precise control in shooter games. You can remap all your buttons on the controller, and it has all completely swappable controllers. Which I believe those all sound like, thinking about it, all things that the Steam controller can do. Except for maybe the swappable button, like the removable pieces and swapping the components out on them.
And let's not forget the price.
But the cost of said controller, anyone have a hazard of a guess of what this controller is going to cost?
I already know the answer, so I'm not going in there.
Jeff, don't spoil it.
Honestly, a normal controller is $60. If this were absurd, I'd say $120.
Not totally off. It's $150.
Yeah.
That does mostly what a Steam controller does for
two of those.
A third
for two
of the price.
Those, I could buy a brand new graphics card that could run everything I care about for the next year. It probably Fallout 4.
Yeah, here's the thing. Think of it on the scale of input devices. You realize what kind of a flight sim controller you could buy for $300?
I could buy. Now, theoretically, that's not that bad when you think about it in some regards, because then if you were to say, well, what about your mouse and keyboard if you bought Razer, we're going Razer because it's the one I can easily price.
Sure,
Razer keyboard, Razer mouse, probably about $150. But it's not just for it. No, yeah, it's about right. It's about $9 for a keyboard and about $6 for a mouse. But if you were to take those, right, and you go, oh, well, that's the same for the same thing. You're playing games on that, and you're buying one of those, one of the fancier ones.
Okay.
With clicky buttons, and I go, yeah, but at the end of the day, you still can use this as a computer, like, input device. Like, this doesn't just function as something for gaming.
So yeah, I'm not gonna get one of those controllers. Xbox One is getting an early access mode. They're calling it game preview because early access is already taken by Steam.
Yep.
Yeah, so you can pay money for games that aren't done yet on a console.
Yay.
Yay!
That also apparently isn't done yet if it's just now getting backwards compatibility.
Well, yeah, that's true. There's a big update to Hearthstone, a lot of new things, Tavern Brawl mode, new heroes. Let's see, everyone's favorite news topic that we've talked about 3 weeks in a row, Fallout 4.
Still confirmed.
It is still confirmed and even more...
I made it to Paris! I don't care!
I made it! It's even more confirmed now than was before. We have a release date now, November 10th, 2015, for the Xbox One, PS4, and PC. And it's going to be coming with a working Pip-Boy thingy. You're welcome.
I still refuse.
That's if you get the collector's edition.
If you get the collector's edition, and the collector's edition is $119.99. So prepare your wallets if you want that, and it is BYO phone. Because it runs an app.
There's also the game that they're doing as well.
You get to play as a female.
Oh yeah, Fallout 4. That's another thing that they were able to confirm, which I called it. I said when we were talking about this in the previous session of just sitting around talking, and I was like, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna make it so you get to choose male or female, and then whichever one you choose, the other one will die. So you could either be the husband or the wife, and spoiler alert, the other one's probably gonna die.
And then they also the world is basically you can almost disassemble everything in the world for parts for crafting, and you can make your own village and house and little defenses.
Isn't that what the iOS
and your
supposed to do?
And your own caravan.
Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah, they were saying it's something like a Minecraft combined with something else, another game. I don't remember what the other one was, but you know, seems like it'll be good. So we got some EA news. November 17th, for PC, PS4, and Xbox One, you have Star Wars Battlefront.
Woo! Limited maps and no flying, unless they put that in finally. Please tell me that's what they told on E3.
But why is it just Battlefront? Isn't there already one of those?
I don't mind that. I don't care. As long as they did
three?
Because it's not developed by the same studio. I could see it.
Yeah, but it's still the same. But why would you name it the same thing? It's just a bad idea.
I kind of agree. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more upset by, from what I understand so far, which I could be wrong because I don't like watching E3 because I don't like how they hype up and they just make me really look forward to games that I'm not getting for months, and I just go, that's good. I still got other things to play, but now I'm not going to play those because I'm focused on that.
Right.
So I'd much rather right now speculate and say that they're still going to do the same thing as they've said before, which is I think they said I think they got rid of Heroes mode at one point, and they may have brought it back, and then there was no space combat, and I'm just like, what is it? And only 16-ish maps or something like that, and I was just like, this seems bad. Why are you making this game if you're gonna screw it up? Why? Just don't make it. Just leave it. Ow! Ow!
I apologize. I tried passing you on the side, and then it just didn't work.
Ow! Yeah, because my engine cut off.
Sorry at all.
Well, I almost flipped too, so I mean, I would have been a little more sorry if I actually fully flipped, but I didn't. Right.
Which a lot of the games that they're like, hey, let's bring out more. Mass Effect 4, Mass Effect 3 had a clear ending, even if it was terrible. Ending was terrible. Game ended though. Series ended. There's no reason. Mass relays are all gone. There's no reason this game should be.
Wow, Kyle got so mad he roboted, and his headset just went nope. Nope.
We probably should have thrown a spoiler alert in there too, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm still hung up on the first one.
I've just finished the first one.
I haven't played any of it, so I don't even know what a Mass Effect is really. So, but speaking of Mass Effect, the Mass Effect 4, Mass Effect Andromeda. This is another thing I don't like about E3. This game is not coming out until holiday of 2016. Yet they are hyping it now.
Shouldn't it be next E3?
Right. If you're gonna talk about this game, talk about it at next E3 when we're actually close to the game coming out.
They gotta build up hype. They gotta build up hype so they can disappoint people.
Right. It's this is stupid. If anyone's like you, no one wants a Mass Effect 4, and now you're just telling them, giving people a year and a half to be angry about the fact that they're making a Mass Effect 4.
From a marketing perspective, it's an awkward time to release a game because
don't release it at
E3.
Don't release the information at E3. Release it earlier than that.
I understand that you need time to build markets, and I understand that E3 is a great place to do that because it works well. But you also have other game conventions and other things that work just as fine. There's plenty of points prior in the earlier points in the year. PAX. Why wasn't it done at PAX?
Right.
Okay.
Right. You can release something at PAX.
Right, exactly. So
that would have been next year's PAX
would have been an appropriate time to do it.
Okay,
right,
now
exactly.
I would agree.
Releasing it a year and a half early for most games doesn't make sense. There's a couple games where I go, that's cool, especially if it's the returning of some, like, a particular person who's, like, known in the gaming community for the work they do, or a company that doesn't make enough often, but they go, hey guys, guess what?
Right. So YouTube is unveiling a new thing called YouTube Gaming.
Actually, yeah, this is important.
Which is supposed to be coming out this summer. It's an entirely separate, or well, it's an entirely new website and section of apps. Which, whether it's how it integrates with YouTube, they haven't said yet. But it's going to be a separate system that's going to keep you connected to the individual games, the players of games, and the whole culture that surrounds video games. And it's going to put video, recorded video, live streams, and the community all in one place. And so it looks really like it's going to be a quite interesting platform, and it has a really good possibility of really hurting Twitch's marketplace, just because so many people already are using YouTube for their primary content delivery. And if you can easily stream your content through YouTube, which they've already said that they're getting rid of the weird event setup thing that they have to do live streaming specifically for this product, so it'll be a lot easier to stream on YouTube. And so it's one of those things that, as a channel for us, if they make it easier for us to do things, I don't see why we wouldn't switch to it.
Gentlemen, I would like to point out the fact that I am at a repair station and there is a trailer fully blocking the exit.
Nice.
I am stuck in, where am I? I'm in Lille. I am stuck.
We play things on Twitch, but it's kind of an extension of what we do on YouTube. It's not our primary thing. So
Right.
for us to switch over to using YouTube for everything isn't impossible.
No, and like I think that's actually something that's going to happen. My thing was just that like I don't see
it's not going to necessarily replace Twitch totally. So what Twitch will probably only lose is the YouTubers.
Right, and even they might not, because of how much control they already have over Twitch.
Right, it really depends on how YouTube rolls it out.
Right.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to being able to play with it and seeing what it does.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I love screwing around with new software just to see if I can break it.
But so that's coming, and we'll let you know what it means for us when it comes time to do that.
Honestly, I'm curious if we'll be able to, and this is just a forethought. If anyone watching this knows anyone who works on OBS or wants to say this, OBS should have a feature where you can stream to both.
That wouldn't be bad. I don't know how well that would work.
And
Random turns, and we end up back in Paris.
Yep. So that is the news today. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Maybe you have similar.
Maybe you have an opinion on something. Oh God, I'm alright.
Yeah. Hopefully, if you've got an opinion on one of these things, comment down below. We might talk about you next week. Anyway, let us know down below. If you like this video, hit that like button. Also, just go navigate across the screen a little bit and hit that subscribe button. And then we will see you guys next week.